What's up guys, Full FIFA here back in with another video, and today we got the UCL Marquee matchup predictions for February 16th, 2021. So as you guys know, the Champions League is going to be starting back up next week. So as always, there's going to be UCL Marquee matchups that always happen. Usually they only pick two teams. I'll throw the teams up on the screen right now. As you guys can see, Liverpool versus RB Leipzig and Barcelona versus PSG are my main two, because they only choose two usually. So there is a very low chance that Dortmund versus Sevilla and Juventus versus Porto do get into it, but it's a really low chance. So I've only picked up like two players from each of those teams just in case, just to do the SBC honestly. But it is a very low chance those teams do get into it, but there still is a chance. So as always, pick up these cards for around 650 to 700 coins. You guys can pick them up during Squad Battle Rewards right now, which are happening in around 2 hours or so from when this video is going to be uploaded. So you guys do have an early chance to do it. As always, tomorrow I'll be making my marquee matchups video as usual, just for the regular marquee matchups. And for the UCL marquee matchups, we do tend to pick up some UCL cards as well, because they're usually required in those SBCs. So if we do get into the first team, we got Liverpool versus RB Leipzig. So if we do hop onto Liverpool, they are quite expensive, so don't pick these cards up right away. Wait for some kind of rewards to come out. So as you guys can see, these center backs, this brand new transferred center back is really cheap for them right now. So the first player that I did go with was Milner for the rares, and this center back for 650 coins. These are two great options. Milner is English, so if there is a nationality requirement, he does fit into lots of teams as well. And if we do hop on over to the non-rares, they do got a couple, but they are quite expensive. So I would just stick with the rares for Liverpool, honestly. Unless you guys are obviously able to pick these cards up for like 350 coins during Squad Battle Rewards, which is a high probability. Just because there's so many people playing Squad Battles right now due to the Future Stars SBC, Future Stars promo that's out right now. And if we do hop on over to RB Leipzig, they do also have a couple of these common cards that you guys can pick up. So if we do hop on over to RB Leipzig, for around 350 coins, you guys can pick these cards up. So these are pretty easy to pick up, especially during Squad Battle Rewards. This right back and this striker are pretty much it from these guys. For the commons, there's also the CDM that is from United States, but I would stick with this German guy just because of the nationality requirements, and with this striker as well just because of his higher rating. This center back is very unlikely that you'll get him for 350 coins, just because center backs usually have a premium price tag on them just because of their position. So those are my main two options from the non-rares, were the right back and the striker. And if we do hop into the rares, they do got a ton of rares that you guys can actually pick up. So this Campbell is a really good option, especially if they go with like a little bit higher rated rating, because they do tend to do that with the UCL marquee matchups. And you guys can pretty much pick up any of these cards. Any of these cards would be good options. This Ucl, that Forsberg, there's that Spanish CDM. And also, big note here, if you guys can pick this guy up for 600 coins, this guy is probably the best buy so far. Just because, again, he does discard for 600 coins, so you'll be losing 0 coins on these cards if you are able to pick this 75 rated card up. And then the other matchup we do have is Barcelona versus PSG. If we do take a look at Barcelona, their cards are kind of inflated again in price just due to SBCs being out and stuff. Pretty much the only card that you guys can pick up is this right back right now for 650 coins. I think there's an Asensio, but I believe he is 700 coins. So he is not a terrible option if you guys do want to go with Asensio. Sorry, not Asensio. What am I saying? There's another guy that was on here actually. Neto. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to talk about. Neto, again, he was 82 rated goalkeeper. You guys can go ahead and pick him up if you guys do want for 700 coins. But personally, I just stuck with this Dest. Again, he has 600 coins and he does discard for 600 coins. So go ahead and pick this guy up on bid for 600 coins. Stay away from this striker. I didn't pick up any of this guy just because of his weird nation and stuff. And he does tend to rise less for some reason. I've noticed that, especially with these Barcelona SBCs when they are in the marquee matchups. So if we do ever go over to the commons, they don't have many. the 75 rated card, if you guys can pick them up for 350 coins, you guys can probably even go with these guys for around like 450 coins, just because of their price, because it's actually inflated. If you guys do go to buy now on that center mid card, they are actually up in price just due to simply being commons and that 81 plus player pick SBCB now. Yeah, and then yeah, he's selling for around 850, 900. So he's selling for over a K. Yeah, so if you guys can pick him up for like 500-600 coins, that's a bargain at this price, because he does sell for quite a bit. And the two teams, which are the complete wild cards, oh sorry, we got to get into PSG first. Let's hop on over to PSG. Almost forgot about him. 650 coins for the rares. We do got a couple of options right here. You guys can go ahead and pick up this Florenzi, pick up this Draxler, or even this Rafinha. Those are pretty good cards from these guys. If you guys are able to obviously get this 81 rated card for 650 coins, he is by far the best option from these guys, just because he only discards for 2 coins less than 650. Just discard for like 648, I believe. So you'll only be losing 2 coins on these cards if they don't get into the SBC, but most likely they will. And if we do look at the comments as well, they do have this right back for 300 coins. He is a great option to pick up. Again, he does discard for 300 coins, so you guys can go ahead and pick him up. If you guys can pick up this Kurzawa as well, he is pretty decent as well. And if we do get into the wild card picks, we do have Borussia Dortmund versus Sevilla. This is a very low chance. It's a very slim chance these guys will actually get into it, but again, they could. So if you do want to pick up these cards, just try and go for the cheapest cards possible. So from these guys, I actually did go with this goalkeeper because he was really easy to pick up for 350 coins. So I only picked up a couple, like I said in the beginning of the video. I actually only picked up 2 from each team, just so I can actually just do the SBC. If you guys want to go ahead, don't pick up more than like 5 or 6 from every team. And then if we do hop on over to the rares, I personally didn't pick up any rares from these guys. If you guys do, this Munir is cheap during squad battle rewards or any kind of rewards that are coming out, go ahead and pick him up. Just because, again, he does discard for 2 coins less than 650, so that is like virtually no risk on these cards. So yeah, so Munir and that who's the other card? Sorry. The Munir and this goalkeeper were my main 2 options pretty much from these guys. And then if we do hop on over to Sevilla, Sevilla does have a couple of non-rares, which you guys can also pick up. I believe they had a 75 rated non-rare. I'm not too sure. Yeah, they did. This cam right here was 300 coins. So if you guys can go ahead and pick up this cam for 300 coins during squad battle rewards, that is a huge plus. Again, he is 0 risk. So that was one of the cards that I did invest in. Also, if we hop on over to the rares, if you guys are looking for some rares to invest in from these guys, I would go with the highest rated you guys can possibly find, which was pretty much this De Jong or this left back right here. Don't pick up too many, again, like I said. Stick with a couple. And then if we do hop over to the other 2 teams which could be in there, very slim chance again, is Juventus versus Porto. So for the rares, Juventus does have quite a bit of rares actually. There's this 80 rated cam right here that you guys can go ahead and pick up if you guys do want. But mainly, I personally did go with this 75 rated card just because he does discard for 600 coins. You guys can pick him up and bid for 600 coins. And there's a lot of supply on them during squad battle rewards. So pick these cards up right now when you see this video. Squad battle rewards isn't too far away. So go ahead and pick these cards up during then. And if you do want to go into the comments, I personally didn't pick up any comments. I just picked up the 75 rated card. So yeah, from Juventus, there's literally only 1 card that I would personally pick up. So if you do go over to Liga NOS, they do have a couple of cards that you guys can pick up that are common as well. So these cards are going for a little bit higher in price right now, especially the center back right here. So they do tend to go a little bit more. So any 75 rated card from these guys for 300 coins is a bargain, and that's what I stuck with. I bought one of these strikers, and I bought this right back. I also do have a bunch of these cards in the club. so I didn't want to go too much into it. Plus, it's such a slim chance, so I would just stick with the commons for these guys. I didn't really pick up any rares. If you guys do want to pick up some rares, just maybe you can maybe use them in the 81 plus if you guys really need to. I would go with this Pepe just because he's 81 rated. Again, he just discard for 2 coins less than his bid price of 650 coins. So stick with those cards like that. With Bordeaux, just go with the lower rated. So lastly, we are also going to be picking up some UCL cards. I did go a lot into these UCL cards. I picked up quite a bit of them actually for around 650 coins. I'm just going in on these cards because I know they'll rise just even if just even because they're used in the UCL SBC for the league. Again, I did try and go with the highest rated as I could. This right mid 81 rated, this left back is 81 rated. That left back, I did pick up a lot of him because he was super easy to get just because of his off league, but he is from a decent nation, so people will use him in these marquee matchup SBCs. So I did pick up a bunch of him. There are also a couple of other cards. Just any 81 rated cards pretty much for 650 coins is a bargain, just because it's only 2 coins you'll be losing if you do discard them. But these cards do tend to sell for just like 800 coins just sitting around, so there's pretty much zero risk in investing in these cards. And if we do go over to the commons I didn't pick up any. I'm going to be picking up a lot of them during squad battle rewards as well. So if you guys can pick up these cards for 300 coins, that is a bargain. That's probably the best way to invest in these cards is 300 coins, just because there's zero risk in you guys losing any coins. But if you guys do want a bid above that, you guys can, because these cards do usually sell for around like 5-6. I think they were selling for around 800 coins last time I checked. So they have risen a little bit, and they have risen quite a bit. Maybe it's just due to people investing in for the UCL marquee matchups. But these guys usually tend to sell for a K. So if you guys can pick them up for like anywhere under a K pretty much for like 5, 6, 700 coins, that is a bargain as well. So my main 2 teams are up on the screen right now. I've invested in a lot in both of those teams actually, the Liverpool and RB Leipzig and Barcelona and PSG, because they have just such a high chance of getting it. They'll get into it for sure. And these marquee matchups usually do require 1 player from each team, so that makes them rise even more. But if you guys want to, personally, I think these Barcelona players will rise a lot just due to the sheer amount of like supply. Just because they have like really no supply on the market. Even these Barcelona players do tend to sell for a lot because most of them are really high rated. So that was the main one I did go with, was Barcelona versus PSG. Again, Liverpool also does tend to do pretty good in rising as well, just because there's, again, a small number of players that are within that like 2K to 5K price range. So they do tend to sell for quite a bit. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. Peace.